T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
We've done this last 3 weeks, and the audio people are like, what are these guys doing? Okay, so for the benefit of you audiophiles who listen to us on that platform, the video people get to see a 50-second countdown, and at the end of that countdown is like this very low bass sort of sound. I don't know how to explain it, and it sounds like what Todd was doing.
Do it again, Todd. Do it again.
I think I said a couple weeks ago is like Howard Stern.
It sounds like a diggeradoo.
Well, you remember when the lady was sitting on the speaker and Howard Stern was making that sound into the microphone, and she had her speaker on bass and trying to get things to happen.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
It's allegedly true.
So the story goes. Welcome to episode 91 of the Play It By Ear podcast. 3 people in the room.
Ooh, we got 3.
We got 3.
Yeah, 3.
4 now. Who are you? Who are you?
Who are yins?
Who are
you?
All right. Go to our website, www.playitbyearpodcast.com. And we will refer to our website here throughout the show up on our breaks. Allison, Hall of Famer with us. Welcome.
Hello, Allison.
Hello, Allison.
Like I said, we'll refer to that throughout the show. We'll talk about different parts of that website, and you can find out about our show there. If you don't know how this show works, you've never been here before, we all talk 20-ish minutes on a topic of our choosing. Each of the 3 of us bring a topic to the table. My topic is generally a game, which it will be tonight as well. I will have that last topic. Brady and Todd will also have topics. Again, we will talk 20-ish minutes, usually more on the ish than the 20. So we'll exhaust said topic, wring it of its hilarity, and move on.
Ring it.
Ring it.
Bring it.
It's Brady's old man.
Right in the veins.
No, Todd, you know what that was?
What was that?
That reference.
It was Drink It. He said Drink It. It was off of
Yeah.
Weird Science.
Weird Science. Yeah.
No.
It was
Yes.
it
No, it was Adventures in Babysitting.
Was it?
No, I was going Weird Science.
I thought it was Weird Science too. It's when Anthony Michael Hall is drunk in the bar with the old
in the
blues guy.
bar, and the guy gives him a drink. He goes, "Drink it."
That was Adventures in Babysitting.
I don't know.
Yay!
We might have to put some
Yay.
wager. Let's put a wager.
Yay!
Adventures in Babysitting. Final answer.
I'm gonna look it up right here.
You're okay. Well,
So how do I look
it
that
up?
Okay.
You look it up
Because he was talking about the girl leaving him. He was like, She kicked me right in the below the back.
Yes.
You need riding the family juice. Nope.
Adventures in Babysitting. Yes.
Anthony Michael Hall. Drag it. It's almost going to Google that.
You got to do the sound. Drag it.
Drink it. See, I can't spell. Drink it.
So, while Todd is researching, shall I talk about my topic?
What? Real quick, what should I put? Anthony Michael Hall bar scene, like
weird science bar scene. Because it'll come up immediately, and it'll come up immediately. Said often mistakenly, horrifically misquoted from Adventures.
Weird science bar drunk scene. Anthony Michael Hall's jive pimp impression. Is that the scene?
Gotta be it. I mean, how many more jive scenes can there be? So
I think Eric loses. I think Brady wins.
Oh, I know. There was no doubt. I've quoted this movie too much.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It's weird science. Weird science.
They were in a blues bar in Adventures in Babysitting too, because they were running from the tow truck guy.
I agree.
Thor?
But
no, the other tow truck or the people trying to steal back the I forget. They were like mobsters or something.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that. I haven't watched either of those movies in many, many years.
All right. Shall I get this party started?
All right. Now, well, wait a minute, Brady. Be careful. Mom's in the room.
Yes.
Hello, Linda.
Hello, Mom.
Yep. Better get him calmed down.
Bad boys. You might want to turn it off now, Mom. No, I'm kidding. So this will be interesting. So my topic is about a type of people that nobody cares for. And we are going to be going through a list of these traits to make up 5. Go ahead.
Can I put a disclaimer out there?
Maybe.
Because we always talk. We don't prepare. We don't rehearse this. We don't talk about what we're going to say. But we sometimes will share the topic beforehand. And I'm going to put a disclaimer out based on what my concern about this topic was from the beginning. If any of our listeners fall into any of these categories, forget what Brady just said about people don't like you. People like you. Brady said it's about people nobody likes. If you happen to fall in one of these categories, we're just poking good fun at you.
Yeah,
yes, we're joshing you.
Yes, we're joshing. And we poke good fun at ourselves, too. So
absolutely.
I wanted to throw that disclaimer out there because
there's one or two of these I might have done in the past.
Me too,
we've all have done them. But this is just fun because basically there's going to be 5 teams with 5 traits that get you categorized as a personal cleansing device container. So
this is a female.
That was the
cleansing device.
That was the original line in Revenge of the Nerds. I thought I was looking at my
my grandma's personal cleansing device when it was back in Ohio. So
right, can I give a definition of that?
Sure.
Okay, definition of that is first it talks about the personal cleansing device. Definition number 2 is an obnoxious or contemptible person typically used of a man.
Yes.
So there you go.
So ladies, I was actually going to say that most of you ladies are going to be off the hook. But the word we're looking for, and I apologize, this will be as TV-13 as it gets, is a D-bag. Or if you like Richard Pryor, a douche bag. And that is the vernacular used to describe this person. But I think a personal cleansing device of intimate nature is much funnier. So, shall we proceed?
We shall.
And I loved it that this is team number 1. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through each team. And then we are going to select the biggest offense from each team. And then of those 5 leftover offenses, we're going to pick the one that is the douchiest.
So we're not picking which team is the douchiest?
No, we're going to narrow it down a little bit because I think it would be hard to keep track of.
Okay.
Eric brought this up too. Like if you would have a hard time remembering each member of each team.
Gotcha.
I
So
think it's going to be a D-bag all-star team because we're going to pick the all-star from each team.
It's an all-star of the bags. So so let's start off with team number 1. And what cracks me up is I've ranted about this one on numerous occasions. And these are shirt off in public guy. The no shirt guy.
You can stop it right there. That one wins.
That wins. We've talked about this numerous times. If it's not the beach and it's not the pool,
And if you're not 11, like you can see like kids in the summertime out running, you can cut them a break, but
with that person at a public festival that takes off his spouse abuser and he rolls it up and tucks it in his back pocket so you can see that he's intentionally wanting his torso to be looked upon. Little does he know that he has become a personal cleansing device.
yeah. And I got to be honest, as a short guy, there's nothing worse than being in the line getting a beer at a festival and you turn around, you got an eyeball full of man nip right there in your face.
Or pit beard.
Pit beard, yeah. Back thatch. Chest pubes. You don't want any of that forestry in your face. So,
nay, you do not. Okay,
and it's summertime because so they're usually sweaty.
but the worst ones are the ones that wear the baggy early 90s jeans still with no shirt.
And you can see their underwears.
Unders.
Yeah, it might as well just say that I claim that I don't listen to Insane Clown Posse, but I still do.
I guess in my head, I don't know why, but I will say I can cut the person slack who is doing something that is hot, tedious work, and the shirt when the shirt becomes too sweaty and it just becomes a nuisance. I can, but when you're just getting out of your car to go into the grocery store or something like that, I mean, and it reminded me of Fast Times at Ridgemont High when they walk in and take their shirts off as soon as they get into the.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, no shoes, no
before they
shirts,
read the
no
sign.
dice. And I do what I like, but the one that, like I said, the one that grinds my gears the most, it always seems to be at a public event of some kind. You're not that hot. There's hot days in Ohio, but we do not live in Rabat. We do not live in, Tripoli. We live in Ohio, basically our reference, and there's no reason to do that. Now, there's been some hot days, but you know what I mean. It's just not good. Not good.
Yeah.
So, you ready for the next one?
And
Yes.
Because certain listeners may say, well, that's just because you gentlemen aren't built well enough to have your shirts off.
Well,
I was at one time.
Yeah.
And I did not. I mean, still, you could survive that half a degree cooler you're going to be when your shirt comes off isn't going to last long, and then you're going to be as hot as you were with your shirt on. So.
Exactly.
Well, but I retort with this. If it were only people who were built to do that who were doing that, I could almost excuse it.
No, but see, I actually disagree. I think Brady's talking about the ones who are built well enough to do it and still doing it. I mean, most people that aren't built well enough to do it don't do it. It's the people who, I mean, it's guys who usually are thin and I mean, I'm not saying that.
It looks like they've been existing on a diet of Mountain Dew and nicotine, and that's it.
Yeah, they got their Mountain Dew bottle right in their back pocket.
Yeah, they usually, yes.
Yeah.
So,
So again, if you fall in that category, we are just joshing. We are kidding, but you look like a douche.
okay. I'm teasing. Okay, let's go into the next one. Dudes that post fitness memes that are called like rise and grind, like if you're not feeling the burn when the sun comes up, I don't want to hear no crying, yeah. And it's those kind of things.
And that's the voice you hear when you read it.
Well,
Yeah.
the new one is some of the Twitter pages I follow. The new one is not even getting up in the grind. It's if you don't grind and take a 15-minute ice cold shower. It's all kinds of things now that you have to do before 4 a.m. if you want to be successful, because Marky Mark does it before 4 a.m.
Well, maybe we could have some of
You
his
know
good
what?
vibrations.
Well, he can do his and have mine too.
Have you ever tried to take an ice cold shower for more than just like a minute? Good Lord. It'll kill you.
More than I care to admit. No, when there's nothing worse. College was bad about this. At Ohio State, there's always the thing where if you flush the toilets, that all the cold water goes, it becomes blindingly hot.
Right.
Well, there was something that happened. It was the opposite. Be scorching hot, and then all of a sudden, basically polar bear spit comes out of the, shower nozzle, and you go into hypothermia.
It's all of the meringue that's been scraped off the skinned off the pies there on campus that nobody wants anymore.
Good one.
No, but these people do it on purpose. They literally take ice cold showers on purpose.
Oh, I know.
I tried it for a while, and what I would do is I would shower regular, and then I would try to end it with a cold. And I mean, yeah, it's not cool. It is
All
cool.
right. Sorry. Kid baiting.
What is it?
I call it kid baiting. That's my postscript. And this is the person, the guy that is in a public space and their children are acting a fool really bad. They're just being horribly behaved and looking around as they're misbehaving and just daring somebody to say, "Hey, will you rein in your heathens, please?"
So they can put you in your place.
Yeah, and they're waiting for somebody to say something so they can get confrontational and make a scene. It's called kid baiting.
Yeah.
So, not much more explanation needed.
Well, most people who know me know that I don't have a lot of tolerance for misbehaved Utes. So I am not a fan of misbehaved kids in restaurants in general.
Did you say Ute?
Ute, yeah, Ute.
Pardon me.
But because of that, I don't need anybody to tell me to wrangle in my children's. But and I would think it a lot, but I would never actually say it to someone. I think that's
We had one of our dear friends. Whenever there's something like that was going on, he would take his keychain and make a swatting thing, and it was our code that he wanted to go after the kid with that keychain. So it's like smack, smack.
Yeah, I
Like
usually
give him the sap.
it just kind of makes you want to throw a George Carlin line out there. Remember the baby on board? Don't tell me your
board, child in car. Who gives up?
Don't tell me your problems, lady.
All right.
By the way, Allison had a comment on the shirt off thing. It's not Alabama hot up there.
That is true. That is true.
You see a lot in Alabama, Allison? You see, since it is Alabama hot down there, obviously. She can answer that. Go ahead.
Okay. Public cursing. Now, wait a minute. Don't hear me out here. I mean, somebody in public, while when they're going through the drive-through, at the counter, just interacting, talking about, it's like, oh, it's a beautiful parade, and it's their constant filler as a way to be
Edgy.
tough. Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it. And you guys know me. I'm not a. I've been known to spit some cuss words out, but I like to think that I'm a very respectful and polite cursor. And one of my biggest things though is when people do that and they're loud and cursing and then if somebody were to say something, then you get the whole well, this is just me, and if you can't deal with me, that's your problem.
I'm just being real.
It's your problem. Grow up.
Yeah, and if you need an example with edited, of course. So let's say they're at the counter. Yeah, can I have a couple of those lottery tickets? And give me a blankety blank pack of those. And you got any blankety blank Mountain Dew here? It's like he drops it. Oh, here's a blanket 5, and it's just like it's not even fitting.
We're going to sound very edgy and uptight tonight, and pissed off, and we're not. But I am very protective of my parents in that aspect. I was not one that was permitted to cuss in front of my parents, and to this day I don't, unless I'm telling a really good joke, and they'll usually let it slide. And I work with my dad quite a bit on different projects.
And you do the lean
in,
in, don't you? When you say the word, well, the joke calls for him, and then he said,
yeah. So
the lean in.
And I've told stories about my parents cussing. They were not like avid cussers, but usually it was a stub toe that would force my dad to cuss, or my mom looking for a glass in the cupboard that she couldn't find, and the famous "where in the shit are these?" Just not very good cussing. We weren't a very good cussing family.
They were not fluent cussers.
Yes, and so I think because of that, because I had friends growing up that were allowed to cuss in front of their parents, and like they couldn't understand why I couldn't. Like it was unreal to them that you just couldn't say what you wanted in front of your parents. And I actually think I think I was in the majority. I don't think most people our age and younger grew up being able just to cuss in front of their parents.
I would still get grounded if I did that.
That's what I was kind of getting at, is I am still like one of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm with my dad somewhere and we'll go, and it can be like a business of some sort, and then somebody will come out and just automatically think that, hey, there's two guys standing there, I can just start cussing and talking dirty with them. Like, don't assume that. So Chuck is as pure as the driven snow. You'll watch your mouth, sir.
So Brady, just to clarify here, you're talking conversational cursing, not confrontational cursing.
Yeah, correct. Just people that feels like, yeah, I gotta go wash my effing car because it's gonna blah 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 blah. Gonna be like rain later and
foul Phil Farms.
Yeah, yeah. Where it's not even intelligent or witty. It's just filling in the dead air with curse words. So
I remember one more story on that. I was an adult. I was working in Fort Thomas, and I was 19, 20 years old around there, and my brother was my boss, and I called my dad. It was after work one day, and I had him on speakerphone, and I think I was telling him that I was going to stay late and work and then go home with my brother, and I said, without even thinking, I was talking to Dad, and I said, we still got a lot of shit to do, and I'm 20 years old, and my dad says, a lot of what to do? Like, I mean, he like stopped me and made me realize that, okay, I still don't just cuss freely in front of my parents.
So I got thrown out of a sporting event once when I was in high school.
I don't think I remember this.
And yeah, you probably do, but it was because I made my feelings known as to what I felt about another player on the other team. Called him an explicative, and I got ejected. And my dad was the coach, so I had to go tell him why I was ejected.
Oh, now I remember. Okay, you were participating in the event in the heat of the moment. Okay,
in the event, and he said.
I thought you meant you were like at a basketball game in the stands.
No, he said something to me, and as is often the case. I said something back, and of course, the official always catches the second guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was caught. And what was worse than me being caught was me having to tell my dad what I said.
Do you remember what he said?
He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought most certainly it would be worse. Well, I mean, it may have had something to do with I wasn't very good at the sport I was playing, so it probably wasn't a big loss when I got thrown out. But
what grade was this?
I was a junior in high school.
Oh.
So kind of goes to what you were saying. I mean, I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm going to round out the last team member from this team one. Baseball hat sticker wearers. Where they have a hat and they keep the sticker on it.
Right.
On purpose. For months and maybe even years.
Well, did you have a problem with Minnie Pearl wearing the tag on her hat?
Well, that's exactly where I was going. It's like a modern day Minnie Pearl. Don't pearl me, dude. But it's not a tag. It's like a sticker, like one of those like shiny where where it's official.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What
so
do you think the purpose is? Is it to show off that it's an official, some sort of official hat, like official
it's
NFL?
that's been around for a long time, and I think it was kind of like a hey, this is a new hat kind of thing, status thing.
Yeah.
But that's way past. It's like people. The only people that don't do it. The only people that do it anymore are the people that did it when they're 13 and never gave it up.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, it makes sense. I'm quite the opposite. Whenever I get a new hat, I work as hard as I can to make it look older.
yeah,
I don't want it to look new. I don't want the straight bill.
Yeah, but and that's the thing too. You do not see sticker on hat guy wearing a curved bill cap.
You're right. Well, the
It's
sticker will come off.
always a flat bill cap.
and I don't. I mean, I have no. I look. I don't like the way it looks. I mean, you can see I'm a curved bill guy,
Right.
but
See, and I think a lot of this is generational because
Yeah.
I have in my mind what is douchiest to me. That, I guess, just having coached kids and things, it's a kid thing. I feel it's not something I would do. I don't go to the level of it's douchey.
correct.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's generational. Mr. Brewer, welcome. He has a sticker on he said, I've never kept a sticker on a hat, but I did wear a pair of new jeans one time, and everyone knew I was a size 34, 32, thanks to the sticker on the leg. Of my
We've all
pants.
done that
I've
at
done
some
that
point.
before.
Yes.
But now that's interesting. That's an interesting point that no one does that for as a trend. We should start that trend.
Let's take it.
Yeah.
I will not start that trend because I don't want anyone to know what my sticker says.
So,
You guys feel free though.
all right. So let's go on to Team 2.
Team 2. Electric
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
now, did we? Are we?
Oh, yeah, we
choosing
need to
the-
select. I know what I'm going to say.
So go down the list again.
It is shirt off in public guy, fitness rise and grind meme guy, kid baiting guy, public cursing guy, and hat sticker guy. I'm just going to lead off. It's the no shirt in public guy for me.
It's no shirt in public guy for me too.
I think just to be different, I'm going to say cursing guy
Okay.
because again, I think no shirt in public guy is on that. It's neck and neck, but I get a bit annoyed with people who just curse to be cursing.
Yeah.
It's got to be some context to it.
Got to be some context. All right.
So the first member of our all-star team is shirt off in public.
Shirt
guy.
Shirt
off
in public
guy.
Our starting point guard.
Okay. And the second team, we're starting off with parks in 2 spots on purpose because I have an expensive car guy.
Well, first off, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. It is not an expensive car guy. I have a big truck guy. Almost always.
Not always. Not always.
Most of the time.
The last time I saw it personally done was going on vacation. Heading stayed in Nashville on the way down to visit our niece in Mississippi, and it was at the Hampton Inn we stayed at. And some guy, actually it was a lady. I found out the next morning had a brand new sticker on it, Mercedes, and parked right on the line. And it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
So, not
You know
much.
what? Park in the back spot in the lot. No one's going to get near you.
Yeah.
If you want to
Correct.
do that, if you want to protect your car, go back there.
Yeah.
No one's trying to be there.
Can I throw a twist in this game real quick? I thought might be fun.
Sure.
Can we keep track in case when we get done with all this? I don't know what all of them are going to be, but in case there's something we want to, can we have a write-in player?
Sure.
Like if there's someone not in this that we feel is
Sure.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take a note of something I'm thinking of now, and we'll
We're
see. if it's-
playing this by ear, which next to the team, or the next spot on this team too, is changing the rules of the game guy in the middle of the podcast. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. It was a great idea because I was actually thinking that earlier. But no, for real, the next one is I talk through the movie guy.
Oh my. Brady, you know I have a story in my mind about this.
You gonna die?
No. Woo-hoo!
Oh.
I can't tell that story on the podcast.
Yeah, just somebody acting up in a movie theater, but
Yeah. Right.
I have gone off on this podcast before. I know I have.
Yeah.
And I end up sounding ageist and sexist and everything else. But there is a certain demographic that are my least favorite people to watch movies with, and it's typically teenage girls.
Yeah.
And it's typically a scary movie, and when they scream, and then the other 15 of them there think it's so funny that the other one screamed, and they all laugh for the next 5 minutes, and I miss the next 5 minutes, and then they do it on purpose just to get laughs out of each other, and they ruin the whole movie. And you might think I'm exaggerating, but I challenge anyone right now to go watch a scary movie in the theater and have a bunch of teenage girls in there. It happens 99% of the time.
it does.
But I will say, the last movie I remember that being bad in was not a scary movie. It was a Marvel movie of some sort, and I took Ethan, and there was it must have been like a, I don't know, it was probably 30, 60 to 70-year-olds, and they literally talk the entire movie. So it's not only teenage girls in scary movies, but
Yeah.
Well, and they were talking loud probably because they couldn't hear each other.
well, I mean, they weren't old enough where they shouldn't have been able to, but yeah. And I did one time, I remember I watched a movie and there was a gentleman in there that had a hearing aid. And he had the hearing aid so loud that I could hear the movie through his ears from like 4 rows back through his earpiece. And it made it very hard to like hear the movie, watch the people, hear it coming out of his ears.
You're not kidding, are you?
No, it was at Bethel, over at the Bethel Theater.
All right. Okay. The next one is the bathroom selfie person. Have you ever walked into a public bathroom?
Stands in front of the mirror, you mean? And
Yeah.
in the mirror?
Yeah. So that really doesn't need much more explanations. Like, what the heck,
Right.
The next one is the humble bragger. One of the ones I think is the funniest. Oh my gosh, my 6-pack abs. I just can't go to the pool anymore. And all these girls are giving me an attention, and it just gives me the vapors. I wish they would look at my perfectly chiseled abs.
The vapors.
No one who's talked that way has ever had abs.
Well, and
I meant that accent. That I didn't.
I gotcha. All I want to do is drive my new convertible Ferrari, but everybody stops me and tells me just how beautiful it is. That kind of deal. Humble brag, not
Right.
a popular one. It's funny though. Okay, and let's see. Adult that wears an NBA jersey to a game.
I told you we're going to piss some people off here. If you are listening and you wear jerseys, and I know some of our listeners wear jerseys.
I don't mean one. I mean like an NBA jersey, like they can go out on the court and play. It's actually a tank top. It's not NBA team gear, but an actual NBA tank top jersey.
Oh, I know, but that's just because that's what NBA players wear. How's that any different than an NFL fan wearing an NFL jersey? It just happens to not be a tank top. You can't fault them because the sport that they like, the shirt type is different than.
Oh, I could fault them if they could just wear.
See, I'm ready to paint anyone who wears jerseys of any type.
No. I can't. It's totally the tank top.
I won't wear another man's name on my back. I won't do it. Won't do it.
I have, I'm kind of kidding. I have no problem. If you're, but see, Brady, I think where I disagree is I think that's the perfect place to wear the NBA jersey is at the game. I have more of a problem if you're wearing it out to dinner with me on Wednesday night and we're having a couple beers, and chit chatting, and I got to look over at a Phoenix Suns jersey all night long.
Well, guys, for the record, I am just reading the this was a pre-prepared, like a meme going around, and I did a couple editions, but this one, and I think it's just that I think the person who came up with this one was just saying that it's an adult wearing a tank top in the wintertime, more of a,
Yeah.
I've heard the same thing kind of said about people, adults that wear baseball gloves to ball games to try to catch foul balls.
Try to catch the ball. Well, I mean, you'll protect your hands.
Yeah. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying, it's that same kind of thing. All right. So, and people that do not corral in public their scary, potentially dangerous looking dog, like somebody that's walking their pit bull on a leash, and then when people start acting like they're afraid or nervous, they give them the stink eye. The person, not the dog. Like, here I am on my pit bull. Check this out. Oh, you got a problem with me walking my pit bull? Kind of thing.
And it's like a big log chain they got tied up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it literally takes. I mean, like you can see their muscles and the veins bulging, trying to hold the dog back, and and they act like you have the problem when you're afraid to walk by it.
Their elbows.
Same guy is probably not wearing his shirt.
Oh yeah,
and he's getting ready to say the same thing.
Or he's wearing a skin tight Phoenix Suns jersey.
Yeah, while publicly cursing.
Or even worse, a Phoenix Suns jersey down to his knees, one that's 8 sizes too big for him.
Yeah. All right, so are we? So who wins?
It's tough being perfect, guys. It
is.
Yeah, all right. That's a humble
scary
brag.
dog guy. two spots in the parking lot guy. Talking through the movie guy. Humble brag guy or a bathroom selfie guy. This one's easy for me.
And it's easy for me too. Absolutely, without question.
And you, Seth?
2 parking space guy.
Absolutely. That's where I'm going to. That's my vote.
To me, it's close between two parking space guy and talking during the movie guy. But here's the thing. I can pretty much avoid the talking to the movie guy because I don't go to the theater that much anymore because of that.
There you go.
But I do have to go out to stores and things like that. So I'll agree with you guys.
All right.
Yeah, I want to take 2 parking space guy, and if I had a crappy car, I'd park this close to his car, and then I would take every cart out of the cart corral and I put it on the other side of his car. That's what I would do.
I mean, and like you said, there's nothing wrong with being proud of your hard-earned money and you bought yourself an expensive car, but there are other places to park.
Park in the back of the lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Next team, bad tipper. Like when, they just leave a $2 tip and they're not doing it to prove a point. They're just inconsiderate.
Cheap.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer if you don't have the money to tip well, you don't have the money to eat out.
Okay. Yeah, good one. Okay, the no TV person. Oh, I don't watch TV. I do activities.
Activities.
I'm reading Prost and Dostoevsky. You just go ahead and watch that drivel kind of,
It kind of, that one kind of falls into the humble brag too, because there's nothing wrong if you don't watch TV, and it's probably you're probably healthier than people that watch hours and hours of TV. But again, like my grandpa would say, do you want a medal or a chest to put it on? I mean, who cares?
Nice.
Nice.
I've heard that one before.
Okay. So no TV person. Fight picker at a dance club or band event person. Are you looking at my nacho? You want to throw hands? You want to throw hands?
My nacho? Like, just one?
That happened to me. Jason, our friend Jason, and we went to a Dave Matthews concert right before I fell out of like with him, and but we were in the lawn and there was some intoxicated 16-year-olds, and the guy stepped on my plastic nacho thing, and it just made my head turn real fast because it was that cracking sound. And he just kind of, because he was drunk, was like, "You looking at that nacho? What's your problem, man?" Because he was drunk. And then 2 minutes
Did you
later,
ever look at a nacho that way?
and I'm not exaggerating, he was vomiting in the lawn. About 10 minutes after that, he was just a 16-year-old that couldn't hold his sauce and barfed.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so
Poor
yeah,
Jason, I was at a concert with Jason when he got his eye split open one night. He's had a rough time at concerts.
Ooh.
If it's the same Jason, is it Jason?
yeah, my cousin Jason.
Yeah. Actually, most concerts he left with his head bleeding or his eye bleeding or something.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a mosher.
Okay. Intentionally loud car person. They're so fast and so furious, and they want everybody to know it. So, here's where it happens. They're at the gas station. They've just got done filling up, and families and older folks and things like that are filling their cars, and he'll hit it real fast and watch everybody jump and drop stuff
And laugh with his shirt off.
while
Cursing up a
cursing.
storm.
Yeah. And I think we have a hard time relating because none of us are car people. We're not car guys.
No.
And so, but I can appreciate the beauty of the craft and things like that. But to me, that part of it, the loudness, there's no way that's done just for the person who has the car.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly.
They can only enjoy that so much, and that so it definitely is to turn heads.
It's usually like some kid last week that's driving a 1992 Geostorm in teal that has a bunch of aftermarket spoilers and all that kind of stuff on it.
It's painted the color of the original Charlotte Hornets uniforms.
Yeah.
It's got like the teal with the purple hood and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's
So
and he's
fast
wearing a
and so
Charlotte
furious.
Hornets jersey to match.
exactly yeah.
So Brady, do that car sound again.
That one.
It wasn't quite like that.
I was gonna say
I'm trying to remember what it was.
You look and sound more like the Cowardly Lion, to be quite honest with you.
I'll rough him. Courage.
Courage.
Courage. Hi, Kirsten.
Hey, Kirsten.
Okay. Yelling at gym guy. Now, I'm only including this one. I had to look up exactly what they meant. And I've got to be honest, I've never experienced this, but it's the person that when lifting has to make the sounds like a female tennis player makes when they hit the ball all the time. Yeah, that stuff.
Loud exclamations.
Yes.
Whilst
So,
lifting.
but that I noticed when I was like cross-referencing some lists, that appears on all of them. So that must be a thing. Evidently I'm not lifting enough weight to make that. So, all right.
Celis.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Bad tipper, no TV guy, fight picker, loud car guy, or yelling at gym guy?
Eric, I'm going. I have a small story. I'm going bad tipper. I get very heated about bad tipping. Quick story: we were in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, wherever, a few years back, and we went to the Dixie Stampede or whatever that is, whatever the Dolly Parton thing is.
Right.
No. It was it was that. Okay. It might have been I was thinking it might have been the other one, the Medieval Times, but it was Dixie Stampede. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to one of these or not, whether it be Medieval Times or Dixie Stampede or one of those shows. The ones my dad says he's not going to eat, he refuses to eat where there's horses shitting. I mean, that's,
Don't want it to get in your soup beans.
which I got to say, they do a very bang up job of getting it covered up quickly. Like there's the people run out and cover it up real quick and you don't even notice it.
Throw themselves on it like
Unless
a
you-
hand grenade scene from an old war movie.
Unless you see it dropping, you don't normally even know they did it. But anyway, So if you've ever been to one of those, it's pitch dark. The staff they're working their butts off, bringing you all the courses and bringing you and filling your drinks and things. And it's not an easy place to serve. I can't imagine it's an easy place to serve because it's like stadium. It's like,
Right.
and the person beside me, we go. The lights come on and we're paying our bills and everybody's leaving. And the guy literally says to his wife or whoever he's with, he's like, I'm not leaving a tip. He's like, as much as we had to pay for that already. And I'm like, screw you, pal. What a piece of crap. So because of the price of the admission that you willingly paid for, you're not going to leave a tip for what was fantastic. Not that it would have mattered, but he didn't say like, boy, that service was terrible, or that, he said, I'm not leaving a tip as much as we had to pay for tickets.
Right.
Like those people that were working there, filling his drink all night and bringing his 3 courses, his wet nap, bringing him a wet nap that he could use to wipe his stupid face. Like those people set the prices and have, I'm sorry. It irks me terribly.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So that's my guy.
Gotcha. I would say loud car guy. It's just if you have to put accessories on your car in order to make it loud, which is generally the case. I mean, back in my day, if the car was loud, there was something wrong with it. And
There was a hole in the muffler, and you were
Right.
embarrassed by it.
You needed a
Right.
new catalytic converter.
Right. So, I
You had to adjust the
It's-
torque and deposit tracks 4i3 slippage rate.
and it's like Todd said, it's got to be so loud that you can't even function inside the car. Like you have a conversation. I mean, what kind of hearing do these people have? I mean, if you're going to listen to a radio, I mean, you got that thing cranked all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not even a good loud sound.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Gary's with us, by the way. Gary
Hey,
says he
Gary.
does not waste time at the gym. He prefers TV. And also, he agrees with Todd on the tipping as a business owner. I'm sure that plays in.
Yeah.
Brady,
gonna make
who
it
you going with?
I'm going to make an executive decision and whittle it down to 4 teams, okay?
Fine.
So, and this is the 4th and final team. And this team features, do you know who my father is? Hey,
can't
buddy,
say
you
I-
got to move here. Hey, this isn't your ticket. Do you know who my father is?
I can't say that I've ever ran into that.
I haven't either, but I'm a kid I was an 80s kid and watched all the 80s movies, and a lot of the villains and the bad people in it would do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it happened at some point, but yeah,
So
I've not experienced it.
those words have never been said to me, but I think it's been implied.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that I could probably see that. Okay, next on this team is the no turn signal guy.
Oh, you're going to get Eric right fired up.
Yeah. We've talked about his road rage before. So the person that does not use turn signals at all, because you don't need to know what they're doing.
You don't need it.
They're-
It's none of your business what I'm doing.
So, all right. The no wiping down the equipment at the gym guy. So they
Oh,
swat
geez.
on the bench and they don't wipe it down.
They'll get you thrown out.
I was to say, pre-COVID, it's debaggery.
Yeah.
Post-COVID, it's kind of irresponsible almost, even though it doesn't really, I don't think, transfer that way. But still, everybody's hyper-conscious about it. That's pretty not good.
Well, I'm going to throw one in there as an addition to that. The person who, and I've experienced this, the person who's working out and their 4 kids are in the workout room and they're going in there trying every machine. They're not old enough to be working out. They're not old enough to be lifting or anything, but they're going in there touching every single thing, trying to pick up every weight, going to every machine, and then literally nobody's wiping up after them. And they got all kinds of damn germs on their hands.
Yeah.
Now that you're an elementary teacher, I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
exactly.
bother you. You're
I'm
diving
immune to the
deep-
stuff.
You're diving deep in the germ pool every day.
Yeah. How about this next guy on the team? Nickname guy. Meaning, whatever you say, boss. Hey, how's it going, chief?
I'm guilty, damn it. I'm the nickname guy. I'm the nickname guy.
Well,
and I'm not only a nickname guy at work. I'm also the receiving end of nicknames, and typically it's the nickname that does it, like big guy, stuff like that. It's stuff. When somebody calls me big guy, it doesn't make or stretch or something like that. It's like it doesn't make sense. It's like calling the bald guy Harry. I mean,
or the tall guy Tiny.
I'm guilty. I'm a nickname guy. I'm even a chief guy every once in a while.
So that brings up a thought. I was watching Men in Black the other night, and when Will Smith's character decides to take the job with Men in Black, he says, "Now, you chose me. I don't want anyone calling me champ or kid or." And throughout the whole movie, Tommy Lee Jones' character calls him stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
All right.
I'm somewhat guilty of that as well.
I can be. But I know what I think it has to be said with that cockeyed making the gun motion with your fingers. Hey, what's up, champ? That kind of deal. And you know what I mean? It's like,
I am a big fan of the various uses of bro too. I like brosif, propane. I like brotato chip. I like.
Yeah.
Best screen name. One of the best screen names I ever saw. Broseph Stalin.
Oh gosh. Leonid Broshnev. Sorry, I just pulled that one out of nowhere. But here we go. Shall we go on? The one that I think is going to get a lot of guffaws. The no courtesy flush guy. Someone has conducted their commerce at a public depository. And they're having a time of it, and they're in there for several rounds. And after round 1, they do not dismiss it.
Dismiss it.
It's being left to simmer.
They don't send it to bed.
No. It's waiting for the other. It's waiting for the other patrons to join the pool, if you know what I mean. And they just sit there and let it foul everything.
Eric, you go first.
Well, I guess this would be, first of all, the reason why I don't conduct commerce in public. Do you have a fear of hearing from across the room? Hey, say, "Hey, Chief, how about a courtesy flush?" That, and I don't like courtesy flushes, and especially on the public toilet. I mean, that water starts and things splash up, and no, I don't want any part of that.
Well, I mean, some of the power on those things will suck the skin off your ass cheeks. I mean, it's.
He almost gets to an alternate dimension. It's kind of like a black hole or a supernova in the middle of that.
Well,
I see what you did there.
I didn't mean to.
This is where I'm probably going to be. People are probably going to deem me weird if they already haven't. I don't require. I don't. If I'm in the bathroom and somebody is conducting their commerce, I don't think about what they're doing enough to even care about a courtesy flush. I hold my breath, hold my nose. I don't need a courtesy flush. So I guess what I'm saying is, finish up your business. Don't be courteous to me. Do what you need to do and go. And also, I like to think that I'm as tough as the next guy. So if you can sit there and take it,
well,
don't think I can't take it, because I can take it.
Now, wait a minute.
I can take it. I mean,
what one's own emanations are not as bad to them as they are to other people.
Well, here's the deal. Now, Brady, are you talking if you guys are collectively conducting commerce? Is that what you mean? If it's a
Yes, this
a
is a
twosome?
multi-line. This is a 2-lane depository.
Okay, because I thought you meant like if you just walk into the bathroom and to do something else, and you know, because if I walk in and it's that bad, I'll just turn around.
Turn around.
But I know I don't feel like I have the authority to require or request someone for a courtesy flush.
Yeah, well, if you're requesting it, it's not courtesy; it's a demand.
That's true, yeah.
Courtesy one acts on their own unilaterally.
But I guess what I'm saying is I've never walked out and thought, man, that guy what an, you know,
What a cretin!
yeah,
How uncouth.
yeah.
So once again, who is the winner from Do You Know Who My Father Is? No blinkers, no wiping in the gym, nickname guy, or no courtesy flush?
Man, I don't have a problem with any of those people. I guess I'm going no blinker guy.
Yeah, even though the other ones are funnier, and a courtesy flush is pretty cool because nobody wants that. But I'm gonna go with no blinker guy because that could actually be a hazard.
Yeah. Not to mention, I'm not so sure a courtesy flush automatically takes care of the problem.
Well, it certainly doesn't add to it.
How about a courtesy spray? How about
How about
a courtesy poopery spray or something, or a musk of some sort? How about how about a courtesy spritz?
Oh, there we go.
That to me would take better. I mean, because the air doesn't automatically get fresh with a courtesy flush.
Fresh.
If business is still being conducted.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to qualify my votes here. The one that would get me the most immediately pissed off that would probably quickly subside is no turn signal guy. The Do You Know Who My Father Is guy would infuriate me for days.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I don't know which one is the bigger D-bag, but those two would infuriate me.
Yeah.
On different levels.
I am going to go with my immediate rage and go turn signal guy.
Okay.
Because if somebody, Do You Know Who My Father Is, depending on the role that I was in, hearing it, I'm just thinking, what a ponce. But but I'm going to go with the no blinker guy.
Okay. Savannah with us. Welcome.
Hello, Savannah.
So,
Stephen. Welcome, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
shirt off guy.
These are the all-stars, right?
These are the all-stars. Shirt off guy, 2 parking spot guy, loud car guy, or Todd, I forget what you said on this one.
Loud car guy took I thought it was tip guy. No tip guy.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. It was no tip guy. My bad.
See, I didn't even know Brady voted. I
thought Brady said no tip, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I muttered it.
And then this one I said no turn signal guy.
Okay, so no turn signal guy wins that one.
Yeah.
Well,
So, Todd, did you have an addition
Yeah.
to what you've heard?
Yeah, my two additions. Sorry. One of them is no returning the cart to the shopping cart to the
yeah.
corral guy, and the other one is vegan guy.
Vegan guy.
Yeah. See, I'm worried to piss off listeners, but it goes back to the humble brag or the one. great for being a vegan, great for however you want to eat, however you choose, but you don't need to tell me every time I see you, every time I talk to you, or you don't need to tell everybody every day that you're vegan.
Yeah.
People
All right,
figure it out. People figure it out when they see you not eating things that non-vegans eat.
Okay, so Todd and Brady, as far as don't return the cart to the cart corral guy, what infuriates you more? Leaving the cart in the parking space or pushing the cart up into the mulch around the decorative whatever, around the into the parking spots?
Easy. I don't mind if they put it in the mulch because it's not going to blow and hit my car. Typically, it's usually stuck there. If they leave it in the parking spot, and I've seen it, I've had it happen, and I've watched Kroger one day, a cart going about 40 mile an hour in the wind and just right into the side of the car. And I was so far away from it, I couldn't do anything about it. But
Right.
so, yeah, if it's in the mulch, it's at least usually safe from hitting other things.
Sucks for the employee trying to dig it out of
exactly.
you.
Yeah, it's not cool no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, not taking the cart back to cart corral guy, to me, has to make the all-star team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that probably is the most egregious in my mind of any of the things we've talked about here.
Except
So we have our starting five then. If we didn't do a 15, but we have our starting five.
There we go.
If we put not returning the cart to the corral guy, that's 5. That's our starting.
So last time through the lineup, no shirt guy.
Yeah.
2 spots taken by the car. 2 spots, 1 car guy.
I was gonna say that in my mind that may be 1 and 1A right there, cart guy and 2 spots guy. But go ahead.
Bad or no tipper.
Right.
No turn signal guy.
Yeah.
And no corralling your cart guy.
Yes.
That's a solid starting 5 right there.
It is. I
That
think they
is.
could. I don't think anybody could beat them.
No.
No.
So Steven says yes. Steven, what particularly are you saying yeah to? The cart guy, or which guy? What's your vote?
Do we have to pick one of those 5?
Ooh, well, now there you have the player of the year D bag.
Yeah, the MVP.
Wow.
The most vicious ponce.
I like the word.
The most
ponce.
vile ponce. The
A
MVP.
Ponce Most Vile by William Faulkner. That just sounds like something William Faulkner would write. Okay, so we got our starting 5, and the MVP was who, gentlemen?
Okay, so let me break it down like this maybe. The cart guy that not returned, he has no respect for anybody in that parking lot.
Yes.
He has no respect for your vehicle.
He has no respect for himself.
No respect for himself. No respect for the business. No respect for the people that work at the business. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The no tip guy doesn't have respect for himself, the people he's with, whether it be his significant other or whatever. No respect for the workers, definitely. No respect for the business.
Right.
I'm trying to think of who has the most reach. The shirtless guy is probably, as much as we don't like it, he's probably actually offending less people.
I'll say that's in the grand scheme, that's a minor annoyance.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to be said also about some of these are the same people.
Oh yeah. There's definitely cross pollination here.
Yeah. I mean,
Again, we were explaining a guy driving a loud car is not wearing a shirt and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah, cursing up a
although
storm.
that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad tipper. In fact, he might be a good tipper because he might.
Might tip the guy that tricked out his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Gary says starting 5. I think this is all one guy. Very, very well could be.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Very good, John.
The ladies should be happy this night because there was not one female in this group.
No.
Although we could
Well, but the definition did say generally it's men,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
I think that holds
I was
true.
kind of joking, but we called every one of them guy, like shirtless guy, no tipping guy.
Now,
Would-
do you think? I'm trying to think through all these. Do you think that there is a male component to all of these? I mean, the no turn signal guy. I mean, I think that could be equally male female sort of thing.
Well, and I know that not returning the cart to the corral is matter of fact, I see more females doing that than males.
Mm.
That's probably just because more females grocery shop. I think still in 2022, I would say there's more females grocery shop than men.
Hey, Bree.
Yes, Eric needs to get a hat with a flat bill and a sticker on it.
All right, that brings me to the shirt of the night, WKRP in Cincinnati. Reminds me of a line from one of the episodes. Cop got a hat. I want a hat. Venus flytrap. The episode where they get drunk and they take a drink and they have to hit a button real quick when the guy says go. The cop says go, and Johnny Fever gets quicker as he goes along. So yeah, that was a good one.
Oh,
Danny D. Claire with us. Todd just got you canceled.
I've been canceled before, Danny.
Bree, I sent my husband with the list, and he comes back with everything not on the list.
See?
Well, now I didn't. That was. Is that just your husband, Bree, or are you indicting all men in that comment?
So I say that the reason I am cancelable in this category is because I did the grocery shopping for years and years and years in our marriage, and then I was no longer allowed to go because I spent too much money at the grocery store, so I'm banished from the grocery store. So it was not something I willingly passed on because I love the grocery shop. And that's how I know that there are more women in the grocery shop than men, because I'm there and I see it.
Look at this. Bree says all men she's indicting except Brady, because Brady's awesome.
oh.
Man. Get
Thank you,
out.
Bree.
Bree's young. She'll learn.
Yeah.
She'll learn someday.
Yeah, but Brady's like your shopping buddy, Bree. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that statement, Eric.
It's they have a shared hatred for mayonnaise.
That's true. They are basically the same person. Yes, Gary, WKRP drinking episode, probably his favorite.
I have never watched one episode.
Okay, man, Bree, you're just
Muter. I have never watched an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati. That's probably going to make you guys.
What?
It was before my time, and it wasn't a show that I remember. I don't know. Just if you think about it, the age I would have been when it was still on, I was
pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but
it was no Night Court. I'll tell you that.
no, I think it's better than Night Court myself. But of course, I'm a radio guy. I mean, they say that show epitomizes radio. I mean, to a T.
Yeah.
It's like funny stuff, but it's like actual. So, Bree says she's en fuego on fire.
On fuego.
En fuego. In Espanol. Young Todd. Kirsten.
Young Todd. All right.
All right.
I am young, Kirsten.
In your mind. Go to our website. Let me bring up our website here.
I got it right here. Or you have it right there, and I'll just point at it.
You're pointing at it.
www.
Play it by ear.
Well, whoops! I got to do this now.
Oh, it's off there. Where's that cat buttle?
Oh, there's Buttle the cat.
What is that fella holding on that last poster?
A gooey duck.
What?
Gooey duck. That shellfish that was the weirdest. Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to our website, on the top of each page, you have our audio on the left, the video in the center, and then our play it by ear calendar, and register for our email list on the right. So again, that's at the top of every page. This is The video is a link to our YouTube page, so anything you watch will be a YouTube video. And there are different links here for our audio platforms that we're on: Spotify, Apple. Of course, we're on others as well, which we'll talk about toward the end of the show. But like I said, that's at the top of every one of our pages. So again, visit our website. It's at the top of our thing here. Now we're all messed up. There we go.
There we are.
There we are.
Is it my tween?
It is your turn.
All right. I have a list, gentlemen. And I have not looked at this list other than the title and the heading. And the title is 15 board games that every 80s child should remember.
Oh, yeah.
So, without further ado, let's
Ado.
get going. All right. Now, the first one starts with number 1, so I don't know if it means if it's reverse order or what, but number 1 on the list, Ghost Castle.
Ghost Castle?
Ghost Castle. Looking at the picture, I do not remember this game. It says, Ghost Castle was amazing. Who can forget dropping the skull down the chute and never knowing which of the contraptions it was going to set off? Whether it was the axe or the skeleton, the tension was unbearable.
Huh. Sounds like Mousetrap, but a macabre one.
Macabre?
Macabre.
Are you John Larroquette over there or what? Yeah, it's Milton Bradley.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it here.
Is it the picture you're looking at? Are they playing in the dark?
Yes.
So I don't know if the game if that's just for effect or if the game actually had some sort of glow in the dark effect.
Oh, sorry, it just blanked out on me. Yeah, it kind of looks like a creepy castle with moving your tokens around. It's got some verticalness to it.
Yeah, I was going to say it's dimensional. It looks like a spinner. Every good game has a spinner. All right, number 2, Brady, Mousetrap.
There you go.
Mousetrap. Ranted about this before. The commercial made it look great.
But it never. It was a pain in the ass to set up.
Yes.
It never worked correctly.
Correct.
So I'm giving it a big thumbs down.
It was like an hour of preparation for 1 minute or less than a minute of payoff.
Catch one mouse.
I don't know that I've ever played it.
Really?
I mean, I've seen it on commercials, but
I have used the tagline from the commercial on more than one occasion. Roll the dice and move your mice.
Roll the dice and move your mouse.
a mouse.
Move your scat. Chase the cat.
Is that a courtesy flush?
Meow.
Is that how you demand a flush? Hey, move your scat.
I can't think of anything that rhymes with rodent. Oh, well. Number 3, the game of life.
The game of life.
Yeah.
It gave you the opportunity to find a job and have children before you had to find a job and have children.
That is a fact.
That is true.
And those little pegs you put down in the car as you have children and a wife. And
But a very premier spinner in that game. Had a great spinner.
Oh yeah. It was like the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, maybe the best spinner of any board game.
Oh yeah.
And it was couched in the middle of a few bluffs.
Yes.
Couched. I love that as a verb. You don't hear couched enough. That is awesome.
Get your butt couched over there right now.
You better couch yourself on the couch.
Couch yourself before you couch yourself.
And couch yourself, sir.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you think it right now, you can hear the spinner. You can hear it. It was smooth. It had a nice tick to it. It's yeah. You had the fake money, of course. It wasn't the fake money though. Wasn't top of the line.
It was not Monopoly money.
Yeah. All right. Next on the list. I don't know if this is Cluedo. What the hell is Cluedo?
Clue. How you spell that?
Clue. D-O. Like it's all one word. I mean, I've heard of Clue, but I've never heard of Cluedo or
It's Cluedo, isn't it? Would that like Cluedo?
Well, I would think it would be two O's if it was an oo sound.
Yeah. Let me
All
see
right.
if I can.
So here we go. Cluedo is Clue. It's
Okay.
Cluedo or Cluedo, known as Clue in North America, is a murder mystery game for 3 to 6 players. So it was originally a United Kingdom game, and it was brought over here.
I had no clue.
I can totally. Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't even mean to do that. So, see, all right, number 5, frustration. So, frustration was the game that had the. Well, by the way, one of the best bubbles of any bubble mechanisms. It had the bubble dice, the dice in the middle, and you just pushed it and it rolled the dice, and you never had to worry about losing the dice.
Oh yeah,
and they stayed inside. They were encouched in that apparatus, and then you had the little pegs. Remember that? And
oh yeah,
I do remember being able getting so far, and they could move your peg back to where it started, which would typically
result in frustration.
That's when you throw the board in the air.
Consternation.
Yeah, and you use a little alliteration. F this frustration. So, I gave life the best spinner. I think I'm going to give frustration one of the best dice mechanisms. Popper, yeah. Number 6, go for broke. I have never played this game.
No, neither have I.
This says the game you win by losing $1 million. It's hardly a wonder that there are so many gambling addicts these days. It looks like it has a couple nice spinners on it and a nice little, looks kind of like a Wheel of Fortune wheel looking thing.
All right.
Got a couple, 3 dice, got some fake monies.
Fake monies.
It looks like a busy board.
Busy board.
Danny says he played. Danny, go for broke. You played every week in your 20s.
Hold on.
Interesting.
There it is.
Though.
Make it bigger.
That's as big as it'll go. It looks somewhat like the Game of Life board.
It kind of does. It is very. There's a lot going on in that. A lot of small, fine details.
Indeed.
Continue. All right, next game. Number 7. Electronic Dream Phone. What in the world? Another Milton Bradley. The cover has 2, what I'm guessing, teenage girls with it's like a giant pink phone, and there's some cards.
This is a 1991 game, by the way.
Yeah,
it's one of those gossip crush games, isn't it?
It looks to me like it's kind of like the Guess Who game, but with a bunch of studs, a bunch of handsome guys.
I bet you have to guess who's calling you.
I bet it is. Yeah, it shows them holding these cards with some dreamy men on there. See the dreamy guy in the middle?
Oh yeah.
Bet he takes his shirt off when he goes into the gas station.
Oh man, that's totally what it is. It's one of those.
You know, he's used that. Do you know who my father is? Line.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he has.
Oh, now this looks interesting. Number 8, Escape from Codits.
Escape from what?
Cold, the word cold, and then ITZ at the end of it. Codits. Says this game was hardcore and saw you trying to plan your escape from the infamous prison. So that must have been a prison in Germany.
A board game from 1973.
It has a...
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Do you know, I have seen that before, but didn't play it. I think I just remember seeing it like at Toys R Us or something.
Well, the box has a swastika on it.
Good gosh. Kind of game. I guess you're fighting Nazis.
Yeah, I think you're fighting Nazis, and I think you're trying to escape from a Nazi prison.
Huh.
Parker Brothers. This game was.
Wow, that sounds intense.
Yeah, I wonder if you can find this still, Eric. Can you Google and see if you can still buy that?
I got it. I got
on
it.
Amazon. All right, number 9.
By the way, I got comments here.
Okay.
Gary says he liked Frustration better than Trouble, but short-lived and mostly forgotten.
Trouble was a good game.
Danny makes a good point here. Not sure how you can say that the Frustration popper is better than Trouble. It had a pop-o-matic bubble.
So did Frustration, though, Danny. But that's a good point. I had forgotten about Trouble when I said that. So we would have to compare the pop-o-matic bubbles, but they both had one.
Yeah.
And Gary
I would
also-
say...
Go ahead.
I would say, what do you think would be better? One that had a bit of a tighter pop, or like you know what I mean, where you had to push it a little harder to make it pop, or one that was like a little. You boys, I'm asking a serious question about
Just drinking
pop-o-matic
Dr.
poppers.
Pepper. I just want a cold pop.
Number 9, Go For It. The game where you can have it all, reads the tagline. It's definitely 80s looking. It looks
I
like
was gonna say it has to be.
What was the card game? The arcade game that had like a not cruising. It had the red like a Ferrari, convertible Ferrari or whatever.
I totally know what you mean. I just can't think of it.
That's what the board. This is what this looks like. It's got a guy playing tennis.
Go for it.
Yeah.
1986.
Do you have a picture of the box, like the front?
Hold on.
It looks very Knight Rider-ish. Looks a lot like Hardcastle McCormick. Maybe a little, maybe a little Jake and the Fatman.
Jake and the Fatman.
Simon and Simon.
Riptide.
Here
There
we
it is.
go.
Cagney and Lacey.
Tell me that is not all of those shows we just said.
Tell me that is not my idealized version of how I thought things would be in the 80s.
That's the Hardcastle McCormick car right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
See.
pretty awesome.
Let's see. You got who you got here singing with the microphone? Pat Benatar.
Is that
You got-
Cagney and Lacey in the background?
You got Olivia Newton-Johann there in her workout clothing.
Olivia's Newton-John.
You have
Cole
what-
from Bachelor Party.
Cole from Bachelor. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Debbie, the car.
Is it
Debbie,
is
the
that
car.
David Bowie? Did you already say that?
No.
Who's that
that's
to the? No, to the above the car on the left, on our left. Nope, over left. That one in the blue, in the dark blue. Is that a man or a woman?
I can't tell.
It looks like David Bowie to me.
This looks like what Danny said. It looks like Magnum PI meets Miami Vice. I'm going to do you one better. It's Magnum PI meets Miami Vice meets Falcon Crest.
Falcon Crest.
Like Eric said, don't forget Hardcastle McCormick. That's their car.
That is true.
Pretty sure Jake or the Fatman drove a car like that once too.
The Fatman couldn't get in that car.
Well, yeah. That's well, Riptide. I'm pretty sure they had red sports cars in all those shows.
True.
All right. Number 10 on the list, Mr. T. I didn't know Mr. T had his own game.
Oh yeah, of course.
Pitiful. He plays the game.
This is as cheesy a looking game board as you'll ever see. And it's got 2 very pathetic looking spinners.
Mr. T, old Southern pathetic spinners.
If you can pull this up, Eric, it has a round, like a. Oh, these look like the kind of spinners that you had to pop out of the cardboard, your flimsy cardboard, and make yourself.
Had to do origami to make it work.
There we go.
Oh my gosh,
Look at those
that's like
cheesy ass spinners. Well, there's only one in that picture, but see, there's the squar one.
exclusively at Odd Lots.
Is
Twice
Mr.
the-
T still alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
so he's
that
on
doesn't
the,
even look like Mr. T in the picture.
You,
That it looks
you're
like
not-
William Conrad with a mohawk.
you bring the Fatman up again.
I just did, didn't I?
Which one of the?
You did.
Looks like one of the Gibbs down there on the right hand
I
corner.
was gonna say that one at the bottom right. He looks like he's got a giraffe neck.
I think that's Andy Gibb right there. And you got one of the teen angels from Captain Caveman up here in the left-hand corner.
Is that Ann Margrock in the bottom middle?
I believe that is Ann Margrock, indeed.
Oh man.
Yeah, Danny says twice the spinners, same spinner budget.
Yeah. All right, number 11 on the list. One of my.
You not seen Mr. T in the double A team commercial for Aaron's?
Oh yes, I have. You're right. You're right. Number 11 on the list. One of my favorite all-time games. Sorry.
Or if you're from Canada, sorry.
Parker Brothers slide pursuit game.
Slide to the left.
So the fact that they actually come up with the type of game it is, a slide pursuit game. Do you think there were other slide pursuit games? Were there hop pursuit game? Were there other types of pursuing?
Pursuing. I don't know, but did you just take a guess what year sorry was invented?
1963.
Wrong.
Well, I was quite certain I would be.
That is too recent. And 29.
Wow.
I had no idea that sorry is that old.
No, I didn't either.
So what would that make it? What? 20 to 93 years old?
So I wonder, were they the first ones to have that particular shape of game piece? Because there have been other games use that same
token.
that same piece. Number 12 on the list. One of my favorites, Risk.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure I've ever played a game of Risk.
Yeah.
Always thought I would like to.
Well, do you remember our battles of Shogun and Axis and Allies?
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 13 on the list, Monopoly.
Probably gonna upset people. I don't enjoy it.
Monopoly in theory sounds a lot more fun than Monopoly in practice.
Exactly. I think the game of life was far superior. It was a more flowing, fast-paced game. Monopoly would just drag to a halt, and harsh words were always uttered.
Do you know what I liked that in that same category? I liked Payday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Payday was a fine game.
Payday was a bit like Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Not as, but definitely not as.
Not as involved.
Yeah, you didn't have to think as hard. Number 14, we have two more. Number 14, Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah. And no one will ever play with me.
Oh, I'll play with you. I just don't usually plan on winning. We have several versions of Trivial Pursuit. You know, the hardest Trivial Pursuit version we have is actually the 80s. I don't know why it's so much harder. You would think if you narrate it down to a decade, it would be easier, but it's not.
They just get more into the minutia.
You've shown your adeptness with the 80s, Todd, last week.
Exactly. No, I was not into the 80s until the 80s were over. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was too young to be into them when I was actually alive during the 80s. Last but not least, was it a mere 3 to 4 years ago, we had an epic battle in a snowy hotel room in Columbus.
Yep.
It was snowy outside.
Yeah, with the hotel room was
The
Scrabble.
Story.
Scrapple.
Scrapple.
Notice it doesn't say on here about having to use the app that Eric demanded we use that took 3 times longer to put the score in than if we just would have written it down.
There's an app for that.
I know. Yep.
Yep.
Scrabble's one that, again, I did not enjoy really until I got older.
You know what I can't believe is not on this list? Yahtzee.
can't believe Yahtzee wasn't. I can't believe Candy's Land wasn't on it.
Mhm.
Shoots and splatters.
Which should be followed by a courtesy flush.
Um.
Yeah, Pictionary,
Oh yeah.
classic.
But
But I don't know if all those were. Well, I guess would have Pictionary been 80s or after?
I think it's after. No, I don't know. I don't know. No, it was 80s. Yeah.
Hold on. I can give you the exact year on this little website, Board Game Guru.
I was like Cat's Eye too.
I don't remember Cat's Eye. I always
The
like
loud game.
ants in my
Pictionary,
pants.
Pictionary, 1985.
Okay.
Because I even think they had the Pictionary game show in the 80s. like
Really?
on
Yes, I
TV.
think you're right.
Nice.
I like the ants in my pants game where the game itself was held in a pair of pants. It had
Yep.
suspenders. That was the handle. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you had the little ants that were kind of jacked up in the back, and you
Sprung them like a
you sprung them.
like a tiddly wink.
a tiddly wink. All right. Very good. Good topic.
It's fun.
Short and sweet.
All right. So back to our website, www.playitbyyearpodcast.com. Get my collective stuff together here. If you go to our website, you can find a page called Play It By Ear Isms. And we refer to that most every week. That is our list of terms that we use on here and in kind of Urban Dictionary style. I'm scrolling down looking for a good one here. Good one. All right. Brady talked about vomit earlier. Vomit is to throw up, very simply. If Brady accidentally eats mayo, he will vomit.
What if he purposely eats mayo?
I'm sure Brady would never purposely eat mayo.
If I did, I would have an ASS, an AMS, excuse me, an accidental mayonnaise seizure. I didn't mean that. What I was doing that to be funny. I just messed up. Edit that out. Gosh.
You are an ASS. You have an AMS. All right. So we're to topic number 3, which is our game of the night. Game of the night, late night family feuds. All right.
Gotta get my game sucker out.
Ugh.
Unsheath it.
Unsheathed.
He is taking it from its scabbard.
All right. So, as in the real Family Feud, I will read the question. We'll have a face-off. And the first one to make the sound of the buzzer or some sort of sound, and I will call on you, and you can give me the answer. And then, of course, you have a chance. If your answer is not the number one answer, you can, of course, have a chance to get an answer that's higher. All right. So this is our first question. Top 4 answers are on the board. Here's the question.
Shit. Knocked my mic over.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Name a reason people date someone decades older than themselves. Todd?
Money.
Money. Trying to have sound effects and all that. Money's the number one answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
How many answers are on the board?
4. Top 4 answers on the board.
this is the part where Eric comes over and kisses you.
Yeah. Richard Dawson kisses me.
All right. All right, Todd, would you like to play or pass?
Play.
Play. All right. Name a reasons people date someone decades older than themselves.
Stability. Like, I don't know. That's probably not going to be up there, but does that make sense? Like,
Stability. Okay.
stability.
All right. Stability.
Nice.
Number 2
Nice.
answer is, which actually on the board is security. I gave you that.
Yeah. I knew there were lots of synonyms for what I was trying to say. All right.
All right. So you currently have 67 points. Name a reason people date someone decades older than themselves.
Experienced whoopee makers.
Experience.
I know I got my games wrong there.
Experience.
But you had to say it. Act like I'm the bad guy.
Experience whoopee makers.
What was that?
That's strike 1.
Oh, sound like a cricket.
All right, Todd. 1 strike.
More interesting conversations.
More interesting conversations.
Really?
Strike 2.
Shove it. Let's see. More time, like retired. They're
More time retired. More time retired. I'll give you that one. Mature. Mature.
Oh, that's a bit of a stretch.
Actually, I could have given it to him on more interesting conversations. So
yeah, that probably would have been a little closer. There's one more answer up there, right?
one more answer. Yes. 2 strikes are on the board. Need an answer.
I'm going to say I really kind of want to say like better hard candies, but I know that's not going to be up there. A house, a home to stay,
A better house.
better house, yeah.
Better house. All right, Brady. 74 points are on the board. You can steal.
Just simply finds them more attractive.
Simply finds them more attractive.
Oh.
Number 4. Mommy or daddy issues.
Mommy or daddy.
Sorry, I forgot to do that with you.
All right. Todd leads 74-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's our next question. Top 4 answers on the board. Here is the question. Let me put the score up first so people know. $74-0, Todd.
Rub it in.
How often do you change your sheets? Todd?
Once a week.
Once a week? Oh. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Number 1 answer?
Number 1 answer. All right, Todd. How often do you change your sheets?
How many answers are on the board?
4.
Man.
By the way, that was 54 said weekly.
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, which would be every 2 weeks.
Bi-weekly would be twice a week, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be twice a week. You're
All right.
correct.
Bi-monthly.
Okay.
Bi-monthly, so every 2 weeks. Okay.
Yes.
Bi-monthly. Number 3 answer.
Once a month.
It's kind of hogwash.
Once a month. I think those right answer things sound the same. That was number 2 answer, 17 points.
Now do I go higher or lower from there? Let's go back to bi-weekly. Twice a week.
Twice a week. Strike 1.
Feeling it out.
Feeling it out.
All right. Let's go once every 2 months.
Once every 2 months.
This is impossible from here. Once every 6 months.
Once every 6 months. All right, Brady. You can
Oh,
steal.
gosh.
How often do you change your sheets?
3 times a month.
3 times a month.
Never. I wallow in my own filth, and I like it.
Filthy. Number 4. 3 times a week.
Wow.
3 times a week.
So they skipped twice a week and went right to 3 times a week. That's odd.
They did.
That's stupid.
That is stupid. All right. I get the points.
You do.
Yeah. I'm getting
And,
my comeuppance here from last week.
Yeah. Score is Todd 160, Brady nothing. So we're playing to 300,
Yeah.
like on the feuds. Oh, wait a minute. Round 2 is double points. So, actually, you have
Oh, come now.
Would I win?
round 2 is double points.
Is it that way in the real game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have
So-
170, like 180 something points.
Well, it's actually 227.
Yeah, I like your answer better. I like your math better.
So 227 to nothing, Brady.
I will not stand for this, nor sit.
I think we're about to a pole puss, aren't we?
I think I smell a tinge of skunk.
All right. Here's our next question. Top 7 answers on the board. Name an amusement park ride you'd love to have at home.
Ding, 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 ding.
Brady.
Merry-go-round.
Marys go rounds.
Merry-go-rounds.
See, I didn't even want that. Hold on. I'll say my comment.
Todd.
Ferris wheel.
A Ferris wheels. Ferris wheel.
I didn't
Ferris
even want
wheel.
to answer
number-
merry-go-round. I just figured that'd be it because people have children. If it was me personally, that would be my answer.
Nobody wants a lame ass merry-go-round in their backyard. But if you do, you make it sure it's one that has a shark on it. Those are my favorite merry-go-rounds.
So Ferris wheel, number 5 out of the 7.
All right.
Todd,
I'll
would
play.
you like to play or pass? Play.
I'll play.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bumper
This is dou-
cars.
It's double points too, by the way.
Bumper cars.
Bumper cars. Bumper cars.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's number 3.
Scrambler.
The Scrambler. Scrambler.
Oh.
What kind of podunk fair doesn't, or backyard amusement park doesn't have a scrambler? How about Tilt-A-Whirl?
Tilt-A-Whirls.
Tilt-A-Whirl.
Tilt-A-Whirl. Tilt-A-Whirl. Tilt-A-Whirl number 6 out of the 7.
Can you repeat the question?
Name an amusement park ride you'd love to have at home.
A roller coaster.
Roller coaster. Number 1 answer. One strike on the board.
Kind of feeling like that time Doug and I entered a cornhole tournament where I didn't even get to toss a bag and I lost.
I don't know, man. I'm running out of
Ooh, I just thought of one.
Okay. All right. I've got to back up and I've got to plead a mistake.
Ooh.
So Brady said merry-go-round, and I was looking for merry-go-round on the list, and the number 2 answer is carousel.
Oh.
How do we do this? Do we scrap this whole question?
I think we got to scrap the whole question.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would have answered log flume.
Can we? I was going to say, crap. Viking ship.
Viking
Is that on there?
I'll give you the rest of the answers here.
Yeah.
Carousels number 2, like I said, bumper cars, water rides. The log flume would have fallen into that. Ferris wheel, tilt-a-whirl, train ride.
I've never gotten train ride.
Yeah.
All right. So apologies on the part of the host.
Boo!
All right. Next question, top 5 answers on the board. Here's the question. Name something your partner usually winds up sharing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Brady?
Dessert.
Dessert. Number 2 answer. Todd?
Dinner.
Dinner. Dinner. Number 1 answer. Number 1 answer, actually food.
Yeah. Play.
Play
Got
away.
some Big League Chew in there, Brady? Here we go. Did we buy Big League Chew like our first episode or something?
We did.
Yeah.
It was nasty. Remember, it was old and tasted dusty.
It did. It was dusty. No, I just snuck a bite of a snack because my stomach was gurgling on the microphone.
All right, Todd. Name something your partner usually winds up sharing.
Clothes.
Clothes.
Are you
Ooh.
kidding?
Not kidding.
You ever had a hoodie in your house where they're...
Or a T-shirt?
Yeah. House slippers.
Let's see here. I'm off. I'm thrown off. I'm stunned.
Stunned, I tell you,
I'm
stunned.
staggered. Let's see. I will say money.
Money. Money.
Oh,
2 strikes.
Car.
good answer. Good answer.
Automobile.
Ooh.
Strike 3.
Did they actually interview anyone that had a spouse in this particular?
It just says partner. It doesn't say
Well.
spouse. All right, Brady, name something your partner usually winds up sharing.
Chores.
Sure.
Did I say that? I thought it.
Maybe you thought it.
Poo.
This was
BC.
Todd wins.
how did I win?
You got 80 points.
Oh, that's right. I win.
Yeah.
All right. So
What are the other answers on that one?
other answers are bed, candy, French fries.
French fries isn't dinner?
French fries isn't food, I guess.
Well,
Boo.
I don't share anything. That's why I struggle. I don't share any of my foods.
And I'm with you. Or my wife will say, we can order and share this.
No, we
I don't
can't.
No, we
I don't-
cannot.
no.
Exactly.
No, I
I
don't
beg
want
to
share.
differ.
I want my own. No,
I beg to differ, and you will need to beg for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, in all actuality, I mean, we should. I mean, it's save money and not eat as much. But I'm
Like
pretty stingy when it comes
Cheesecake
to my
Factory.
foods.
Where there's a half a cow and an acre of corn. It's like huge portion sizes.
Brady, read it and weep, buddy. Look at that.
Pulpus.
Oh, a
300
pulpus.
307 to nil.
A stinky 3-day-old alongside the interstate on a 90-degree day pulpus.
That is a broken and beaten down, downtrodden stinkor from Masters of the Universe.
All right, gentlemen, good show.
Good show.
Want to remind all of you that our audio version, save us any technicalities, which I believe are dealt with, but will come out at 3 a.m. on Friday morning, and you can find it on our biggest platform, Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, and the iHeartRadio app. If you're one of our Indian listeners, you can find it on Ghana. Also, the video archived on YouTube. As I said, you can find it on our webpage there in the middle of every single one of the top of the pages. And also on Facebook and Twitch.
Twitch.
Social media links can be found on our website. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagrams. If you'd like to interact with us via email, you can email admin, A-D-M-I-N, at playitbyearpodcast.com. You can also leave a voice message for us. Click the link at your audio podcast provider. We will put your voice right into the show. Anything else for the good of the order, gentlemen?
Let
a
my
lovely week,
spring
all.
break officially begin. What weather? What weather for a spring break? It's going to be snowing on Friday and Saturday.
Man.
Gotta wait another month for spring break for myself.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
have a happy spring break.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Brady?
Nope, all good. Just have a good week. Stay safe out
right.
there. Watch out for bears.
We'll see
And
you
pulpuses. Popeye.
We'll see you next Wednesday. Tune in to
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Todd, take us out.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.